This is episode 11 of the Caution Free podcast. I'm your host, Colton Sutley, and my orange eating host or co-host, Tim Friedhaber. Um, so this episode we had plans for a guest, but life, well, you know how life is, with us not being able to edit our last video, gets busy and this podcast isn't a priority in our lives. But so we threw together a quick episode, and do you want to drop our schedule that we have now, or do you want to wait till the end of the episode?
No, let's go ahead and drop it now, and then we can go into everything else after.
All right. So I came up with a tentative race schedule for us to like races for us to attend. It's more like a wish list because we probably won't make it to all of them. Hopefully, make it to at least five of the races we have on the list, if not more. And some of them, it would just be me or just Tim going to them. And right now, they're just all Western PA tracks. But to kick off our schedule, Saturday, March 16th at PPMS, it's the Pot of Gold 75. Um, you want to take turns, Tim, or you want me to just go for them?
Um, sure, yeah. I'll read all of April. You can read all of May.
Okay.
Uh, so April 16th is, oh my God, sorry. April 6th is the Mercer Chiller Thriller. And that's on a Saturday. Friday, April 12th at Bedford. It's just one of the regular night shows. Friday, April 19th is Lernerville's season opener. Saturday, April 20th is Marion Center's season opener, or Mercer's regular show with 410 sprint cars. Friday, April 26th is Hidden Valley Springtime Spectacular. Saturday, April 27th is State Line season opener.
Friday, May 3rd, it's Raceway 7's season opener. And then the next day on the 4th is a fast show at Mercer. And then the May 5th, not Sunday, Tri-City has their season opener and their fast and a fast show. Um, they got new owners, so we're gonna discuss that here in a little bit. May 18th, Sharon has the World of Outlaw sprint cars. Uh, Sunday, May 26th, Bradford has the Ronald Lee Morrell Memorial, or we will be at Tri-City for a regular show. Saturday, June 8th, uh, Blanket Hill has the regular night, or we'll be at Mercer for a 410 show along with our normal classes. And then Sunday, June 3rd or June 23rd, Blanket Hill has the Rush Sprints.
Yeah, sorry. Thursday, July 4th, Bradford is doing their Jason Dunham Memorial. Friday, July 5th, McKean County is running a ULMS show. Sunday, July 14th, the Lockhart Clay Classic. Where's that at? Lockhart?
It's a go-kart track on Horse Creek Road
Oh,
out in Seneca. Yeah.
got you.
I mean, I figured
I,
since it's like
I
so
thought I
close.
thought that's what it was, but I wasn't sure if you just didn't put a title down. But Saturday, July 20th is the Latrobe ULMS show. Tuesday, July 23rd is Lernerville Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup. Saturday, July 27th is the Hummingbird Grady's Decision Night.
And
And
then oh, August 23rd, is Mercer Summer Sprint Car Slam. And then August 24th is Lernerville's Sprint Car Spectacular. Interesting that work together and they are running the opposite nights of what they normally do. Saturday, August 31st, PPMS has their blue collar brawl. Friday, September 6th, Marion Center has a super late model special. I believe it's the 6th and the 7th, but I'll just have 6 down for our schedule for now. And then Friday and Saturday, September 13th to the 14th, Lernerville has the Commonwealth Clash with high limits. Saturday, Saturday, September 21st, Latrobe has their Fall Fest. And then September 28th, Sharon has the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars once again.
Yep. And then Friday and Saturday. Are you sure it's not Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Well, practice night is Thursday, but we won't be there since
Okay.
it's a Thursday.
Right.
But
So technically Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We won't be there until Friday, Saturday. October 11th and 12th is the Lernerville Steel City Stampede. And then Saturday, October 26th is the Blanket Hill Halloween Bash. And that's it.
I would like to add that might try to I plan on working in a Erie Speedway date, but they have not currently released their schedule. I think last year it was like March 23rd when they released it, so it might be a minute before they get it out there, but regardless, we'll try to work in a date, and if we do, and then we actually follow through with the schedule, or at least one of us goes to most of the schedule, that will mean we've at least one of us would have been to each of the Western PA tracks this year. But that's a lot of wishful thinking, so we'll see how it goes. But on Saturday, uh February
February
24th,
24th.
yeah, I had to check the date. Tri-City, well, that Tri-City has not announced it, but Josh and Kristen Schiffer, they're from Central PA somewhere. I could forget where exactly. Millersburg, I believe, Pennsylvania. They announced that they are in the process of becoming the new owners of Tri-City Raceway Park. For those of you that don't know, that's our hometown track. I mean, Tim lives when he's home from college, he's like 15 minutes away. I'm 5 minutes down the road. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. What are your thoughts and hopes for the new ownership?
Um, so I've been told I need to watch what I say. So I'll keep it PG. Um, I think in the current state it's in, they can't do much worse. So I think they'll make it a lot better. Their son, I believe they have a few kids, race
I think they have like
ATVs.
5 kids.
Yeah. They race ATVs. They're both like they race like two series. I don't think they own the series, but they do race in them. So I have good hopes that they'll make it into something good. Honestly, if they can just fix the rut in the track, they'll get people to come back and race there.
Yeah.
And then they seem like I don't want to say they seem like they have money because that's not a good way to put it, but they seem like they have good connections to bring in better purse money too.
Yeah, it seems like from the Facebook stalking, the little bit of Facebook stalking I did, I'm sure like everybody has done that with the just trying to figure out some stuff. It seems like they have some successful businesses and they're hardworking and they're young, energetic. It seems like I have high hopes for it, but I'm also not gonna hold my breath because since I was a kid, I've been had hopes for new owners multiple times, and each time it's like, what this past time it's like, oh yeah, it seems like it's going right. Then it just didn't continue the improvement, and it's hard owning a racetrack, so it's not. I mean, there's been since the what many consider is the prime of Tri-City. Um, it's been like like 4 to 6 owners, I believe. It's something crazy, like way too many to actually have some success and continuation. But my hopes, well, this year I think they're just gonna run with the schedule that has been released. I mean, the schedule was released literally last week, so I don't think they're gonna change too much with that. I mean, I think this too much might not change this year, but next year I think would be the year that you can see improvements made. Um, we'll see how it goes. And one thing I don't know how I feel is with them being from so far away, like how that will work. And I wonder if that means they might look at changing when Tri-City races instead of doing Sunday shows all the time. Maybe do like Saturday or something, but I feel like that'd be difficult with so many local tracks running Saturdays.
I I don't think they'd be able to compete if they run on Saturdays. I definitely they can't run on Fridays. That's like you can't do that.
I don't
Uh
410 wise, I don't think they could run on any day but Sunday if they're gonna run 410s weekly because PPMS, Sharon, and Mercer have multiple 410 shows each year on Saturdays. Lernerville races them weekly on Fridays. I mean, the other classes, I mean, you're always going to have a quite a few like mini stocks and pro stocks and I don't think too many tracks race small block modifieds anymore. So, I mean, I don't know, but
no,
it's just
I
something to think about.
I know the whole thing with not running like big blocks, like you have to have bigger purse money um for weekly shows, but it's like if they can even get close to matching what Lernerville does purse wise for their weekly big block shows, they could probably run them and they would
I
probably get good car count.
Yeah, I think the only track in like Western PA that runs big blocks is like Lernerville. Like, and a lot of what I consider Western PA is kind of out towards the east, like like Bedford, and that's out towards the kind of central PA area. It's kind of a tweener. Um, but I just from looking at a lot of there's a couple tracks that run small blocks, but it's mostly just Lernerville. I think it's just Lernerville with big blocks. So if someone could pull that group of drivers to also race somewhere else on a different day, because I have no idea where they would race other than Lernerville, and I don't maybe put in a small block and race, or I mean, I'm sure some of them do like try to do the BRP tour races and stuff, but how often are they going to be real close to the Lernerville area?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think there's going to be a lot of changes. I don't know though. You know, the last time we got new owners at the track was also shut down for what, like 4 years, 5 years?
A couple years at least, two,
Yeah.
three, I would say, because they ran when we were freshmen in high
Okay.
school. Yeah, they still ran some when we were freshmen in high school. It was just a couple races here or there, and I think I don't think the next year they ran,
Right.
and then so that would have been like 3, 4 years because I think it was like 2020 when they reopened
Yeah.
under Merle. But and then like before that there was like before Merle there was like three owners or there was two owners before you go back to when Hetrick owned it. And then he did all right. I mean he did bring the World of Outlaw sprint cars there for the first time, which was cool. Um and then before him it was like Graham and Crick and stuff, and that was pretty good. Then they had the Outlaw late models there for like a 2 day show on Labor Day usually, and that I faintly remember that, but and then I
My
couldn't tell you that, about the history past that, but
my biggest thing is like if you can fix the track, you'll bring back the people that stopped racing there. Because I mean the reality of it is people stopped racing there because it beat the shit out of their equipment. Sorry, it beat the crap out of their equipment. Um,
yeah,
and it's like I know like a lot of Facebook groups said, why would I run at Tri-City? I'm gonna tear my equipment up and I'm also just gonna run through tires like crazy because they don't track prep. So it's like I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna maybe finish the race, and if I finish, I'll win not that much money and I'll end up probably trashing my car. So
I think the purses were for the 410s. I think they were pretty decent. I can't, don't quote me on it, but I think for around here they were pretty decent. I mean, I think they were pretty close to like Lernerville level for 410s, but I'd have to double check that. And I don't even, I think sprintcarratings.com might have had some info on that. But I can't, don't quote me on it. But
Well,
I mean,
I think
I
the
but
big I
I
think the
did
big
hear I did hear that guys ran for tires a lot. They used tires up a lot. I did, like, compared to a lot of other local tracks,
Mhm.
Tri-City ate the tires a lot more than like Sharon or Lawrenceville and stuff, and some of that has to do with like the track prep and stuff. But and
I think the big thing for me is if they can fix the track good enough for the fast show, that's like really it's coming up soon though. But if
well,
they can
there's a
make
couple fast shows on the
yeah,
schedule.
but if they can make like the track good for the first fast show, that's probably going to bring guys back because the reality of it is there's probably a good amount of all-star guys that are now running the fast series because there's no regional series. So,
Yeah, May 5th. So I mean, they're still in the. They said they started a process. Excuse me, in the process of buying a track. So who knows when they actually can start working on it themselves. But May 5th, so that'd be so March, April, like 3 months or 2 months
yeah. Um,
roughly, if they can start working on it next week. But
yeah.
I think they might have already, I think they might have got the Facebook like login and stuff because there was a graphic posted about there's an Enduro April 13th at
Yeah.
Tri-City, and the graphic is looks pretty good compared to what graphics Tri-City usually posts to advertise. So I don't know if that means they actually got a Switch and now they're working on, but I feel like they would have done like an introductory post or something, but I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know. My thing is like, why go on Facebook and share that you're like in the works of buying it if something hasn't already gone through? Like they have to be
Well,
90% of the way there.
yeah, but I just meant the part where they might have already got the controls to like the Facebook
Yeah.
n-
I don't
and
know.
stuff
There,
because the graphic that they shared was a lot better than what I've seen the past handful of years. I mean, like I hope people have seen some of our graphics that we've posted on social media. Not very good, but I think they're a little bit better than what Tri-City has post. But I mean,
yeah, there Tri-City's using like 2010 Microsoft Paint to create their graphics.
I think it's low key some type of Facebook thing that you can do, like just using a Facebook like thing because I've seen other like Facebook posts that have like the same type of stuff. But
I don't know. We'll see. Um, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
yeah, I'm trying not to be too excited. I feel like I'm already am too excited about it, but I just need to just remember you don't know. Um, I I know we talked about a little bit about maybe trying to get them on to talk to them about like just about anything about it, I guess. So if they see this, hopefully they can hit us up on our socials and help schedule something, or we'll try to reach out to you guys too once the news dies down and you guys might be able to actually check your messages a little faster now, once they're
Right.
done blowing up with messages.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so you got any more to say?
No, I'm just looking forward to improvements. I hope there's improvements
Yeah.
because there was no improvements under the last owner. Sorry, they extended the pits for what?
Okay, moving on. Um, let's talk about our thoughts on the Outlaws and the high limit seasons so far. First off, I want to say, how about Landon Crawley? Freaking what? Too fast, too quick times.
Mm-hmm.
Started on the pool of I think like two. one or two features. I mean, he did phenomenal uh for his first outlaw races. I mean, he said it was rookie mistakes that made him not finish as well as he could have, but I could see him making some more noise this coming season. Maybe even like a he because I listened to an interview and he said he likes slick tracks and
Hmm.
not ones that get a big cushion, and Volusia it gets a cushion.
Yeah. Yeah. I have not been paying attention much to the Outlaws. I can't lie about that. Um, I've been somewhat disappointed with my uh Outlaw schedule, but it's all right.
Um, well, have you watched some of the high limit races, at least?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on what you've seen so far?
Um, I guess not even just talking about the racing. I saw there was a lot of backlash from like why they had the race at like what was it, Grand Isles? Is that what it's called?
Golden Isles,
Golden Isles. Why they had like had it there. But then it was like I don't know, it was like on Twitter a while back or something, but Brad or Kyle tweeted that they were going to bring the high limit series and test tracks this year that normally like don't run these shows or don't get this top type of popularity. So I think it's cool they're bringing their show to smaller tracks. Not that it's a small track, but um there was a lot of things that said like half the people that lived in that area of Florida didn't even know that track existed. So
Georgia.
sorry, Georgia. Fuck.
A lot of people like they have Lucas shows there. What I was seeing about it was people saying about how there wasn't that big of a crowd for the Thursday show where it was just the sprint cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Golden Isles, they literally had beginning of speed weeks in January, they had some racing. So the Lucas Oil shows, like they had like 2 or 3 nights there. And then speed weeks moved to Florida. And it's more or less, I think it's not sprint car country.
No.
Like that's the first time they raced at 410s. Well, sprint cars, I think in general out on that track. They might have done like USCS or like 305 sprint cars, but and then it's like everybody already spent their money at during speed weeks. You have like almost 2 months worth of racing at like $40 a pop to get in for
Yeah.
general admission because it's Outlaws and Lucas Oil. But and there's like a bunch of other racing going on too when it's not those guys. You got a bunch of modified races and stuff. It's just those people just spent all their money that could go to it, and it's not sprint car country, so they're not gonna get a lot of guys going. A lot of people going to see the sprint cars because to them sprint cars are like second class to the late models. But I think. The whole idea was to try to get take sprint cars to places that don't have sprint cars, and try to show the fans it and stuff. And it's a good idea, but I think it's just a bad time of the year to do it
Yeah.
with following like a month and a half of speed weeks. Now, if they did them like before the outlaw races at Volusia, could they have done better? I think maybe, but. I mean, then again, you're like in the middle of speed weeks, or even if you do it at like January, beginning of speed weeks, like they're they're gonna be thinking, oh, I gotta save my money to go to All Tech for the Lucas Oil show, or
Yeah.
East Bay is gonna be gone, but Ocala or somewhere else. But what you saying about testing them at tracks that don't get sprint cars? I wonder if they're going to use Golden Isles next year to replace East Bay since East Bay is closing.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's I'm definitely shocked that Tyler Courtney is way in front. I thought he'd be good, but I didn't think he'd be that good.
He's 18 points ahead of Brad Sweet. I don't think that's a super. No, I don't think that's way ahead, but
It's not way ahead, but
it's a good
I
amount.
didn't think he'd be first after 4 races.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a year so far. He has an outlaw win, two high limit wins. He's finished in the top 10 all four high limit races. He's I think he's going to win the title. If he continues on this trend, on this hot start, I think he could win the title.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
He could.
Rico's coming back.
Because what?
He's seventh.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a long season. Spencer Bayston being fourth surprised me.
Corey
He
Dade being fifth is crazy.
I could see that more than Spencer Bayston, but Spencer Bayston he's learned how to points race with Outlaws the past 2 years. So I guess it shouldn't have been surprising. Parker Price Miller being six also surprised me. I did not expect that.
No,
Justin, uh,
but
no, you can go ahead.
I was just gonna say, oh shoot. Oh God. Continue talking what you're gonna say, and I'll think about my thought.
Oh, Justin Peck, he's had some good races, just a lot of bad luck getting caught up in accidents. I could, if he continues to have the speed he's had, I could see him being getting closer to the top five. Tanner Thorson had a good run at East Bay that first race. I mean, I could see him the new team, and I could see him getting better. Zeb Wise is a little surprising that how he's been seem at least points wise seems like he's struggling a little bit. And then what do you think about how James McFadden
That's
still has to come back?
that's what I was thinking of. So on Saturday, no. Okay, so he's still not back. That's crazy.
Yeah,
What is going on that he's stuck there? Is his visa to the US
yeah,
bad?
yeah, it's something to do with his visa. And a couple years ago, he had the same type of issue, and that when he was gonna run Outlaws. So I don't know what it is, but hopefully they can get it figured out before I think it's on until April that High Limit starts racing again, so that he has some time to get back here. And I mean, I don't know. He's in a hole for driver's point or for owner's points. They may end up being pretty okay, but excuse me, driver points, he's gonna kind of be crap out of luck.
Yeah, it's don't know, man. Yeah,
Well,
it's not great for him, but I don't know. It's like if you had this problem before, you probably should have had it figured out 2 years down the road.
or maybe do a little bit ahead of time to make sure you can get in. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Why do
But
that then?
I don't know how maybe he did do it ahead. I imagine he probably did do it ahead of time, but then I don't know. Like I don't know enough information about it. Um Probably never will. I just hope he gets over here as fast as he can, but we'll see how that goes. Um so I saw Port Royal, they have a test and tune this Saturday. Some of the names I've heard that are on the entry list for the test and tune are like Tyler Courtney, Seb Wise. I think there's like one or two other like high limit guys that are going to be there. So
Nice.
it's interesting. Well, Lincoln has a race, an actual race that day. So that's interesting that they're choosing to t test and tune over possibly making some money. But Coral has a bunch of big paying high limit races this year. Got to get some laps in. Maybe those little bit of extra laps helps get the setup just right, and pull off the uh, you know, 57,000 to win Tuscarora 50 or the 75,000 to win Bob Weichert Memorial and that. And they have a couple, each one of those races are multi-day show. So, I mean, it makes sense. Um, and speaking of Lincoln, um, this past Sunday, they had their icebreaker and local Western PA driver Jeremy Weaver was there and he finished 21st out of 25 cars. All 25 started at A main. It was he kind of got the short end of the stick. He had to start eighth, which was last in his heat race. So
Hmm.
and I was like his first time racing there. So, you know, maybe if he might go there again this Saturday. I'm not sure what his plans are, but if he does, hopefully he gets a little bit better of a pill draw and can what he learned he can put what he learned to work and get a get some improvements.
Yeah.
But Lincoln it was kind of one groove the whole way. That just not enough cars on the track and just I don't I think it's the weather. Just the weather didn't help with like it's freaking February, so it's not gonna be perfect track conditions like it will be later this year.
Hey, it's only February for 3 more days because, leap year.
Yeah. Um, you got anything else you want to add?
No, did you see that NASCAR finish the other night though?
Yeah, I watched it.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Lightning McQueen type stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I saw Kyle Busch. He finished third in that. There was a Flow article about how he talked to Kyle Larson about maybe hopping in a sprint car sometime. I don't know how serious he was, but it'd be pretty awesome if he did.
I'd still probably be a crybaby in a sprint car.
Now that he's not driving a Toyota, he's not as much of a crybaby.
That's true.
Yeah.
Drive some American muscle. It's a little better for the soul.
Yeah. Um, and I saw Shane Van Gisbergen, um, the New Zealand driver. Got to remember that. Uh, he said about maybe I saw or listened to something saying about how he wouldn't be against possibly racing in a sprint car in the States. He's raced a sprint car down in New Zealand before, so that'd be pretty awesome to see a New Zealander who has a cup race win
Yeah.
come out and race a sprint car, and with the Olympics being this summer, they have some NASCAR has like a week or two off or something. So it'd be awesome if you could get if Larson can talk to some of those guys and get them to hop in a sprint car and put down some laps. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
gotta look at this, see when the Olympics are, and hope that they're around the time Lernerville races the Silver Cup, so we can get some of those NASCAR guys to down to Lernerville.
That'd be pretty cool.
But
That's
I think
all I
that's it.
got.
Yeah, that's all I got too. Um, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Rate 5 stars and follow on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Twitter/X, Instagram, Threads, and our Facebook page. And get out to a dirt track if you can. And that's it for this episode.